I'll be playing against some of the best poker players in the world for $1.3 million. 9 games in a tournament structure that is completely new to me. 20 runnings of this thing, and only 14 men have ever won it. That's the whole list. $50,000, 9 games, 5 days, and at the end, one name gets carved next to Chip Reese's. I've won bracelets, but nobody's ever going to ask me about them the way they'd ask me about this. Because this tournament doesn't care what you're good at. It finds the one game you've been quietly avoiding your whole career and sits you down next to a table full of people who are great at it. I'm excited, so let's see if we can bag the 1.3 million and crown ourselves the winner of the 50K Poker Players Championship.
This is one of the most excited I've been for a tournament before, like other than the WSOP main event. The excitement of playing a big buy-in that's the Players Championship, that's in 9 games with all the legends. Like, this is a pretty cool experience. You know, a little gift to myself, I guess you could say. I still need one. How about you? Check.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Check. Wow. What a wild first one. The cool thing about this event is you get like all of the old school pros, just all of the big names, some people that you don't even see anymore. It should just be fun to battle with everybody, and I think that you can really tell which games people are comfortable in. I mean, 10 years ago, today, I don't even know if I would say I'm ready for this event. Don't know that I'm winning in the field. I'm probably losing small or break even or something like that. So I'm lucky enough to be able to give it a try. Grace?
4 bets.
Is 4 bets the max?
5 bets.
Okay. Wheel. I had ace jack in bad shape. I think that I have a big edge in no limit, pot limit Omaha, and deuce to 7 single draws. So I'll probably play a little bit tighter in some of the other games. But yeah, I think that's one of the beauties of this game is like a lot of the mixed game players are just going to overfold tons of the big bet spots because they don't want to get involved in a big pot when they think they have an edge in the mixed games, which is really reasonable. But I'm not sure how much you can give up in those games that makes up for it in the others.
Calling,
Nothing. Yeah, and he dark checks river, but he has jacks up. Do I bet with aces? Am I going to get called?
Yeah.
I thought I was supposed to.
Like,
That was the one spot I was
always
unsure.
getting called.
Yeah. I open decent aces, like ace, ace, king 7 with the king high suit. I get 3-bet. Ellie calls cold calls big blind, and I decided to call. Don't know if I'm supposed to 4-bet, but I think it's better to like not represent aces and just show them what I have. Comes jack 8-8 rainbow, checks through, turn 9 of spades, bringing 2 spades. I do not have a spade. Ellie Lezer leads 6K, like just the bet. I call, feel who he folds, and the river is a deuce, and he checks. I'm pretty sure if he had an 8 or a straight, he would always just lead. I think he's gonna have some jack X that can call a bet here, and spades miss, so he might be able to hero, so he checked. And I ended up betting 6K and getting called and winning, and then got moved to a new table. So hopefully the new table treats me as good as the last. 125.6. All right. Reunited. What's up, bud? Got about 550 from 300, which is more than I could have hoped for at this point. So going really well, having fun.
How's the summer going? You're playing the PPC, prestigious event. Give us a scoop on the summer.
I mean, the summer's going okay. I'm stuck small. Pieces and swaps have done well, so I'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah.
And students have done great, which love to see.
Students are killing it.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's been awesome to see. Like a proud father in some ways. Yeah. Especially the ones I'm close to.
Yeah, I want to give you your kudos because I've known you for a long time. I remember when you started this, and now look at you, super successful.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. So, Chance, you've played at how many poker tables in your life? You think? Like how many do you think you've sat at? If you had to guess.
Oh God. 1,000?
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think makes a good poker table? We're here with Gorilla Gaming, who makes all of these amazing poker tables. What do you think makes a good one?
The cup holders are important. The rails have to be comfortable. Like, I wish these cup holders were bigger because you can't fit like a nice water bottle in them. So like that would be some Gorilla Gaming feedback for sure. When they first felted these, like day one, I noticed that like the felt was so brand new and tight that the chips, the cards, everything would just fly. And it got better and worn in like a couple days later, but it was like, wow, I'd never experienced that. Yeah.
But you liked that when you first sat down. They felt crisp. They felt nice.
I was afraid it was going to be like that because it was actually like if you tossed your cards to fold from this seat, it would go all the way across the table.
Oh,
yeah, I'd never had anything like
tight.
it. Yeah,
Got it.
But it was only lasted a day or two, so that was pretty good. Yeah.
And how's it going right now at your table?
I literally just sat down and played one hand at this table.
Okay.
But the thing about this tournament is you kind of know everybody. So a lot of familiar faces, a lot of fun to be had, and hopefully I can figure out the games as we go along.
Well, you're the beast. You're the GOAT. We know it. So I know you will.
Thank you, Drea.
All right. Thanks for your time.
Bye. The first two levels have been great. I made a wheel in triple draw the very first hand, which was the best possible hand, and another guy had the second best possible hand, so it was like pretty incredible. I got to win pots in all 9 games already. I had a nice no-limit rush where I just made good hands and got paid a lot. I had to bet fold a good hand in no limit as well, but like in general, I definitely felt like I made a couple of mistakes in the stud games, but like I mentioned before, my goal is to just play a little bit better each time around and try to improve as I go. Not too many surprises so far. There is something that I want to remember to try to incorporate in some of the games, like having limping ranges instead of just raising ranges, and like a bunch of the games, like the stud games, when you're in early position and people have good boards behind, and then like there's some scenarios to do it in single draw. I don't think I want to do it in triple draw. But yeah, just some like interesting spots trying to figure out how to play them and see how it goes. The field doesn't have as many of like the old school OG poker players that I was kind of expecting, but a lot of recognizable faces, all of the people that I know pretty much for 10, 15 years. So it's been pretty fun and as expected for the most part. I will say that like this is a tournament that the structure is pretty insane. 100-minute levels, play 5 on day 1. And I think registration goes to the beginning of day 3, so like people will continue to pour in as time goes on. I think that these mixed games, the people, like everyone acts really quickly and no one really looks at each other, and so it actually should give more ability if someone paired their hand in a Raz hand, which is really bad. You can kind of decode that because of the physicalities. And so what I've noticed is that these mixed games, in my limited experience with them, there's actually more live tells than in a lot of the big bet games because people realize it's like, you really do have to conceal your tells in those games because there's a spot where you're betting big on the river and it's like a massive spot for your tournament equity. And if you give it away, it's different. But in the limit games, I don't think people are as protected. Queen 10.
No good. I played it very bad, but I wanted to trap. I wanted to trap.
Nice hand. We played 4 levels, more than doubled up. Got like 645 from 300. Table's pretty good, but a good player did sit on my left, so try to be a little bit more in line than I have been in some of the games, like the big bet games. But yeah, I mean, as good of a start as I could ask for. So we're starting level 5, which is actually the same blinds and nannies and all that crap as level 4. So there's a couple of repeat levels coming up. And yeah, hopefully I just get better cards and everyone continue to do that. You thinking or 3-betting?
Just assessing the situation.
That's fair.
Check, check, check. Yeah. So we're good. One. Yeah. Check. Check.
One.
One. One.
8s.
9, 7. 976. 976. Question mark of the 8s.
Let's fucking go. It's my best game. I played the 10K Raz once and was fortunate enough to final table it. It is a very fun game and one of the stud games that I actually think that I might have an edge in, you know, TBD. I would say probably single draw is the one where tells have got me in the biggest issues. It's like just a game where you have a hand and you draw one and you either made a good hand or you didn't. So it's just like super hot or cold, good hand or bad hand. And so like if I overrate my ability to read my opponents and deviate too far without a confirmed read, I think that it can become a liability. I'm just not gonna show my hand unless people show theirs. They can fucking muck it. They can fucking muck it. I don't give a shit. Great. Aaron's in the tournament, playing a 50K buy-in. I mean, life is good.
Tessa almost took me out of the tournament last half hour.
He's the only player in the field that actually remembers and blames the dealer.
I don't blame you.
Don't worry.
I don't blame you. I just say it was rough.
So many dealers have like apologized to me. I'm like, what for? You only deal me good cards. You can't have nothing to apologize for. Last level of the night, level 6. It's a repeat of the last level. I got 455, 55, 60. About 600K. So, doing great.
Tournament dealers, level number 6. If you're playing no limit or pot limit, the small blind is 1,500, big blind 3,000. The ante and no limit is 4,500. The pot limit ante is 3,000.
20 minutes left. A little tired. But other than that, feeling pretty good. Got to win a big stud pot. Stop the bleeding from the last hour. So, yeah, see if we can finish strong.
Complete the hand you're currently dealing and deal 2 more hands. Once you're finished with that second hand, please put the cards in the well. We will come over with pins and bags. Restart tomorrow for the PPC is 1 p.m. It will be right here in the Paris Ballroom in the gold section. A 1 o'clock restart.
Ready?
I had 9-10. We're even. All right, well, bagged 551. Had a pretty amazing 08 hand at the end where I defend 6-8-3-3 with the suit, and it comes ace-queen-3, and I check raise, and the turn's a deuce. So now I have like pretty mediocre low, but a low nonetheless. I think he has like a lot of like ace-king-deuce type of holdings that I'm gonna be ahead of. And I bet he calls river quads, and I bet and he raises and I 3-bet, and he just has aces, no good. So I got to win a big one there. Bagged almost 2x starting, and super fun day. Learned a lot, and hopefully I can play better tomorrow. We had a great table. Max was in the 2 seat, the guy I sucked out on with quads. Yeah, Benny was super tough to have on my left. He's great at all the games and knows that, I mean, he's just not gonna shy away from me in the big bet games, which is kind of the benefit that I have in this tournament, is that a lot of the players are fearful in those games. So that was a little bit annoying, but yeah, overall went great. We got day 2, healthy, a little above average, table with a bunch of professionals, so we'll see what happens. I hope just that understanding of where EV comes from and how poker works will help me. Like kind of like the beauty of the Poker Players Championship is that I am a poker player. I have a great poker mind, and I certainly lack experience in some of the games, but hopefully I can make up for it in those areas. Yeah, I mean, I won't be using table talk in these games unless it's no limit PLO or single draw, just because like I need to have every bit of my mental RAM focusing on making the right decision, because I have to try to remember up cards, which isn't normal to me. Even keeping track of the pot, which I do in all the other games, is just like rounders breathing analogy. But in these other games, it's like, how many big bets are out there again? What's my odds? Like what price do I need to continue from 5th to 7th and get to showdown? And you know, so like those are the things that I actually have to force myself to do in those games, which you know I'm capable of doing, but it's just second nature in the other games.
Medium size.
How much is that bet?
60, 70 players. 57. You're gonna go to another championship?
Right. 57 plus 51. 108.
How much on the ball?
78.5. Yeah.
I check. Ace 10. No worries.
Yeah.
All right, dealers in the PPC, finish the hand that you're on. Break time. Race off color up players, please leave those.
Not the best first level. Lost some pots, got like 350. Happy with most of the plays. Ran into some rare, unfortunate hands for them to have in the no limit and in the PLO. Silver lining, I think I played some of the stud and rat's hands really well. Yeah, limits get bigger, so every pot becomes more important. The table's pretty good for my recon. You know, there's no elite players, which is obviously very, very nice. You know, no Benny Glazers on my left. Hopefully I make some hand and get to value that a little bit today. If you could. I raised ace jack to 6,000 in the limit, button 3 bets to 17K. I call about 200 effective, ace 9 brick with the brick 9 of hearts. I have ace jack with the jack of hearts. Check, small call, turn 6 of hearts. So now my jack of hearts is a flush draw. Check, medium, call, river offsuit jack. I check and he like bets most of my stack. It was weird with the decision to raise or to call, because I guess he does have some like ace 4 suited, ace 3 suited. He had an ace 9 off, and I would expect that anything that beats my hand probably bets bigger. So I could see value raise being better in like a pure chip EV environment, but in like a tournament, like the risk reward of going broke, in case I'm wrong about my read there, maybe it's pocket 9s or ace 6 hearts, made it for me to think that I just calling might be best. So super close spot, but I ended up winning a big one anyway, and spun it up a little bit, won some other pots, then, but yeah, having a blast.
Dealers in the PPC, if you press that button, finish that hand. After that hand, send your players on a 15-minute break. 15-minute break, PPC.
All right, well, I busted. It was very fun while it lasted. Ran into like 3 different 6 high straights in stud 8, which is a very, very good hand in that game. It was just like pretty card dead overall. Had a bunch of spots just not go my way. So it's a really fun tournament. Like the fact that, I played the 9-game mix tournament once before the 3K, which is the same games. And absolutely loved it. And I was happy I got to take a shot and try this one. And I'll definitely play it again in the future. On to the next one. Like, busting tournaments is just part of being a professional poker player, and there is a 25K half and half, no limit, and PLO tomorrow, which are my 2 best games. So time to get it all back. One of my favorite aspects of getting to play these games in this tournament is being in there and trying to figure out what's going on. And like, for me, it's kind of like a breath of fresh air. But I got into the point in my career that I'm playing for more enjoyment than money these days. And this is a poker bucket list item for me.